Hello and welcome, dear students, to this lecture. Today we are going to start our first lesson in our course, Phonetics 1. So let's start our lecture. Our lecture today will be an introduction to phonetics. In this lecture, inshallah, we are going to cover some different topics. We are going to know the definition of phonetics, what is phonetics, and we will study the difference between phonetics and phonology. Also, we'll cover the articulatory phonetics, and also we'll study how sounds are made, besides covering the articulators or the organs of speech that participate in speech production. Another point that we will cover, inshallah, is about the sounds of English. We'll cover them and we'll study some examples for them. So, what is phonetics? A general theory about speech sounds and how they are used in a language is called phonetics and phonology. Phonetics is a system for describing and recording the sounds of language accurately. Phonetics also provides a valuable way of opening our ears to facets of language that we tend to understand by reference to their written rather than their actual spoken forms. Difference between phonetics and phonology. Phonetics is a study of linguistic sounds, and phonology is a study of systems of sounds, often the sound system of particular language. So we can say phonetics talk about sounds that we use in our speaking, but phonology talk about sounds of particular language. Okay. Here we have some explanation for this difference. Phonetics describes the sounds that we use in speaking, and phonology studies how phonemes or sounds function in language and the relationships among the different phonemes or sounds, okay, of one language. Articulatory phonetics. Systems for classifying speech sounds depend mainly on the basis of how they are produced. And sounds alphabets are the written forms of speech sounds that developed by the International Phonetics Association, which is known as IPA. Sounds alphabets allow learners to refer to sounds quite precisely. Written forms of sounds alphabets are known as phonetic symbols. This term, phonetic symbols, okay, will be used, okay, in some different areas, okay, this course. Phonetic symbols are enclosed in square brackets, like this one. It's known as square brackets. For example, here we have some phonetic symbols. Pa, okay, it is enclosed with these square brackets, okay, like this. Okay. Pa and va and a, also enclosed with square brackets. and E, the vowel E. We'll study them more, okay, in more details later in this course, in this lecture, inshallah. The phonetic alphabet uses many of the letters of the English alphabet, but their pronunciations are very restricted or limited and are not always the ones you might expect. Every phonetic symbol represents an actual sound. To make fine distinctions, phoneticians add special symbols called diacritics. They are like points or even marks, okay, that added to make something or to modify the sound, okay. So diacritics are marks which modify the symbols. Sometimes you find them above some sound, okay. For example, adding these 2 points here above the cardinal symbol A, which change its sound, okay. So here we think of even the 2 points that make the difference between short vowel and long vowel. We will study them more in details in some other part of our lecture. How sounds are produced or made. When we say produced, here we think of how they are or how are they made, okay. To produce speech, air must flow from the lungs, okay, through the vocal tract here, this area, which includes the vocal folds. So we'll find the vocal folds or the vocal cords here in this area. So we'll start from the lungs. Here from the lungs, the air will come out or flow from the lung or the lungs through the vocal tract, which includes the vocal folds or vocal cords, and then to the nose, okay, or the nasal cavity, or even through what? Our mouth, okay, which known also as oral cavity. Vocal cords or vocal folds, which are 2 thick flaps of muscles rather than like pair of lips. So they are muscles, okay? So think of thick flaps of muscles or 2 thick flaps of muscle rather than like pair of lips, okay? So they are different, okay? They are close to each other, sometimes move, okay? When they move, they will make some type of production. Later in this lecture, inshallah, we'll talk about the vocal folds or vocal cords are more like thick elastic bands than strings. And the vocal folds also vibrate for some sounds, but not for others. So we have some type of sounds, okay, which produce with vibration, okay, and some other not. Air flows through the nose for certain sounds, but not the others. So here also we'll find some nasal sounds, okay, which will come through what? The nose, but the others not, okay. But the main creator of speech sounds is the mouth. When you say mouth, you think of what? This organ, okay, or this area, okay, in which we eat, okay, or we even produce our speech through. So this is the main creator of speech, and we can say also it has some important organ, okay, for speech, which is known as tongue, and this is the tongue, okay. The tongue has important role in sounds production, as we said. Articulators. Here we have some diagram, okay, that explain the articulators, or even the organs of speech, the human organs of speech that participate in production of speech sound. Okay. Here first we have the lips, okay, you know the lips, the lower lip and the upper lip, okay. Also there is teeth, okay, the teeth, okay, the upper teeth and the lower teeth, okay, as you see, teeth, the upper and lower. And here you can see the nose, okay, also an important role in production of some sounds, okay. And here in this area we have the alveolar ridge, okay. And here in this area we'll find the palate, and here we'll say there are two types of palate. Here we have hard palate, this area for hard palate, and this area for soft palate, which known also as what? Velum, okay, velum. So this is the soft palate and velum, okay, in this area here you can touch it by your tongue, okay, and this area is hard palate. Then here we'll find the pharynx, okay, and this is the most important organ, okay, that used in production of speech sounds, the tongue, okay. And if you move down, okay, you'll find the larynx here, this area, larynx. Here you will find outside Adam's apple, okay, outside, and inside you'll find larynx, which include even the vocal cords, okay, or even the vocal folds, okay, you'll find them here in this area. This is the photo of what? Of the vocal folds, which are found here in this area. We'll find some vibration or produce some sounds with vibration, okay, they come from this area, okay, and these vocal folds or cords are very important, okay, in production of sounds. We define them, okay, in the previous part or some previous part of our lecture. Okay, so here when they are close, okay, these things, okay, or rings, okay, or when they are too close to each other, this way, when they are too close to each other, the sound will be voiced, okay, when they are close to each other, okay, these parts, okay, when you find it this way, that means the sound will be voiced, okay. But in this way, when they are open, okay, when they are open like this, okay, here we'll find that the sound will be produced, okay, voiceless. So the sound will be unvoiced. The sound will be unvoiced, okay. So this is about what? The vocal folds or the vocal cords, okay, which found in this area, okay. As I said, outside here you'll find Adam's apple, okay. So even the vibration, you can measure it here, okay, by putting your fingers here in this part, okay. Also we have the tongue, okay. We said that it is the most important organ in production of sounds of speech, and here we have subdivisions for the tongue, okay. This is the position of the tongue in our mouth. Here we'll find the tip, plate, okay, and front and back part of the tongue, and here we'll find the root, okay, of the tongue. Now let's study the sounds of English, discovering some examples for them. Now I want you to think of these sounds. Here we have two types of sounds in English. We have vowels and consonants. Vowels and consonants. Here generally we can say vowels are produced without any obstruction to the airflow, but consonants produce with obstruction. So some organs of our speech, okay, yes, or some organs stop the sound, okay, in some position, or stop the air in some position, and that will create some sound that known as consonant, as in pa and ba, pa and ba. When you think of ba, this is ba, okay, and this is pa, okay. So here we think of the air stopped where? Here in the lips, okay, pa, pa, and ba, ba. So we think of what? This stop of air in this area, okay, creates a plosive or plosive sound, okay, which known as consonant, okay. So here we'll find the consonant, okay, will appear when the air is stopped in some area, okay, in or some position in our mouth. When we say vowels, as I said before, okay, the air will come out freely. The air will come out from lungs, okay, through our mouth freely, without any obstruction to the air. So let's think of the vowels first. Here first we have the sound or the vowel up, up, as in cup, 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 up, up, or even luck, luck, uck, up. So the sound is up. This sound is ah, ah, as in arm, arm. This one appear in arm and father. Okay, when you say arm, if you remove the final part, we'll find ah, ah. So this one is up and this one is ah. This sound is ah, ah, as in cat, cat, at, ah, cat. Remove this one, at, then remove the last one, will be ah, cat, at, ah. Let's take one example. Okay, here we have the schwa, as in away, away. Remove this part, we'll find away and up, up. Here we'll find the vowel as in met, met, et. Move the final ta, we'll find met, et, met, et. Here we have air, air, as in turn, turn, earn, air, air, learn, earn, air. Okay. The next one is I, as in hit, hit, it, I. This one is E, as in see, C and E. So this one is E and this one is I. This is shorter than this one. This is long vowel. This one is short vowel. E and I. O. O. As in hot. 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 O. Hot. Hot. O. This one is O. O. As in four. 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 O. O. This one is U. U. As in put. 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 Ut. U. Put. Ut. U. This one is U. As in food. 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 Ood. Oo. Oo. This one is U and this one is U. Also, you can know that this one or this sound is longer than the other. So this one U and this one is U. We call these vowels as pure vowels. Okay, pure vowels include long and short. And from here we'll find the diphthongs when we combine two vowels together. So we'll find I. This is our I. Okay. I, or even the letter I. Okay. I. The sound is I. Five. I've. I. The next one is ow. The sound here, ow, as in now. 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 Ow. Remove na. You find ow. The sound is ow. This one is O. O. O as in go. Go. Go and O. O as in the letter O. O. Where? You will think of air. Air as in air, air as in where. Air and where. Where? Remove this wa. We'll find air. 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 A as in day or say. Say. Remove sa to find a. Eight. A. Ear. Ear as in near. Or even here. Ear. Say the sound of the word first and then try to remove the consonants, okay? Oi as in boy. As in boy. Join, remove ja. Find join, oin. Then remove na, will be oi. Join, oin, oi. Join, oin, oi. Here we have pure. Okay, pure. Move the sound. Okay, we'll find ua. This one is ua. The vowel is ua. Okay. So I want you to think of the sounds of these vowels again. First we have a, schwa, e, I, o, long. Okay, with these two points, okay, mean that the sound is long. U, I, ow, o, air, a, air. This one is air, not ear. Air, as in where. A, as in day. Ear, ear, as in near or here. Oi, and the last one, ua, ua. If you count them, you will find them 20 vowels, 12 pure and 8 diphthongs. Okay, combination. Okay, or 8. Okay. So this is about the vowels. For the consonants, here we have 24 consonants. Okay, as you see, first one, ba. And as you see here, these ones, most of them similar to what? To the English letters, okay, of consonants. Ba, as in bad. Ba, ba, as in bad. This one will find ba, ba. This one is da, 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 as in did. This one, fa, fa, as in find. Fa, ga, ga, as in give. Ha, ha, as in how. Ya, look for this one, not ja. Ya, this one is ya. When you find this simple, it is ya, 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 not ja. Ya, as in yes, and yellow. Ya, ya. So this one is ya. When you find it in the dictionary, okay, on any place, okay, you should think of it as ya. As sound, it's pronounced as ya. As letter, here we have some different letters, but now here we are talking about what? Sounds. Yeah. Ka, ka, as in cat. Cat. La, 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 as in leg. Leg. Ma, as in man. Ma, as in man. Na, as in no. Na, as in no. In or on or ang. When you find ng, okay. Sing, song. Okay. Pa, ra, re, ra, ra, try, ra, sa, sa, as in sun, as in sun. This one is also different when you find S and H. The sound will be sha, sha. So this is the form of the sound, sha, sha. Crash, ship, she, sha. When you find SH, the sound simple like this. Okay, so this is sha, sha. This one is ta, ta, ta. This one for C plus H, C plus H, cha, cha, as you add ta, cha, cha, cha. This one, sha, sha, as in ship, ship. This one as in cheap, cheap, cheap. Okay. Or this one as in sheep, sheep, the animal. Okay, sheep. This one, cheap, cheap. The price is cheap, ch, 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 ch. Okay, cheap for the price. Okay, the opposite of expensive. This one also strange or odd in its way of writing. Okay, th, 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 th. Your tongue will touch what? The upper teeth. Th, th, th. Think, 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 think. Here, sun, sun. Your tongue inside. Okay, sun inside your mouth. But here, when you think of th, th, you'll find your tongue touch the upper teeth. Th. Think, both, both. This one is the, th. When you find th, it can be pronounced as the or even the. It depends on the word itself. So here we have this, mother. Also the tongue touch the upper teeth. The, okay, this is the. This one has the. This, think, this, think, this. This one is the, as in voice, the. The upper teeth touch the lower lip. The. Voice. Wa, wet. Window. Wa. This one is z. Your tongue inside, not like th. Th, the, but this one is z. Zoo. Your tongue is inside the mouth. Lazy. Z. The sound here is z, but this one is the. Okay, the next one is also odd, okay, in form of writing. Pleasure. J. The sound is j. Pleasure. J. Pleasure. Vision. J. The sound is j. But this one is j. As you add da before j. Just. Large. Okay, you think of j. The sound here is j. This one j and this one j. So let's repeat the consonants. Ba, da, fa, ga, ha, ya, ka, la, ma, na, ang, pa, r, sa, sha, ta, cha, cha, ta, the, wa, z, ja, and j. Let me remind you finally with what? The vowels. A, a, e, I, o, u, I, ow, o, a, oi, and ua. So these are what? The sounds of English. They are vowels and consonants. In our next lectures, inshallah, we are going to talk about them in more details. Thank you for joining me in this lecture, and see you inshallah in some other lecture. Goodbye.